What's with the loud background noise, Julio? What's all the air conditionings and the humidifiers? Huh? Is that what the humidifiers? Okay. All right, boys and girls, make sure you read over the warning. Can get a little nasty. Can get a little, you know, you know how it can get. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are again. Friday night. You know what you need to do? Hopefully you're ready for the show. You get all your goodies laid out on the table, on the floor. I don't know how you do it. Just do it. Put Daddy to bed. He's gonna complain. Do us all a favor, please. Okay. Sit back. Relax. Let's receive the show. Two pow, 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 pow. Oh, a lot of energy tonight. Slow your roll. All right, here we are. Friday night, could be anywhere else. Here you are watching our silly little show Friday night. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Frogs. We got a lot of stuff for the show tonight. So let's dig in. Hopefully everybody had a good week. I feel this week kind of passed by very quickly, which we all enjoyed that. All right. Always a lot of moving parts. So as you saw at the beginning of the show, we got the old spit oil in China. It's we'll just when we get there, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna spit out a couple of dad jokes and such. So get a little corny, very corny. Okay. Doing the spotlight on Rudy Giuliani. So some interesting recent events have come about. So we'll go through that. And then, goddamn, Ron DeSantis. Just Ron the fucking Santis. Man, this guy. This guy. But before we get started, just remember that we can be found on youtube.com /at HellMiguel666 /videos. So you can see all of our content. Every show is posted after this one. So, go check us out there. And if you want to send us a correspondence, the HellMiguel Show @gmail.com. Suggestions, comments. You want to spill your heart out, by all means, send us a juicy email. Stories, if you got stories to let us, if you want us to share on the air, we'd be more than happy to do that. All right. I like greasy nose. Ew, I know. So let's get into this sewer oil in China. I don't expect anybody to go to China. I don't even know. Can we get into China right now? I don't even know. I mean, it's all good. Okay, China, don't come after me, but I don't know. The chicken flu and the whole thing. I don't know. So China. I don't even know where to start with this. So let me just preface this by, in Chinese restaurants in China. Okay, so we're not talking about the United States. This is all China. China. There's community restaurants that have this kind of big hot oil, red hot pepper oil, red oil that people dip their food in and boom and and whatever. So it's kind of a community thing. So then once the customer leaves, they refill the same thing a little bit and then just keep going. We got a video, so we're just gonna take a look, but it's going to lead into this whole story. Okay, just keep in mind this whole community. Okay, that's one part of this whole thing. You dip, you do food and and it's it's got to be replenished somehow. So get your barf bags, boys and girls, because this one is pretty disgusting. Here we go.
This is in Chongqing, China, a southwestern city known for its spicy hot pot. Someone has filmed 2 hotel employees recycling sewer oil from a garbage bin. According to Chinese media, on March 20th, the hotel in question responded to the incident saying that the women in the video were indeed employees of the hotel, but that their actions were not arranged by the hotel and that the hotel didn't use the grease they recovered. Chongqing's Market Supervision Administration said that several local departments have jointly investigated the matter and ruled out the possibility that the hotel recycled the grease for catering purposes. The concept of sewer oil first appeared in China in 1998. China's outspoken media, the Southern Metropolis Daily, launched a series of investigative reports on underground mills refining peanut oil from waste grease during Consumer Day on March 15, 1998. Since then, the term sewer oil has taken firm root in the daily lives of Chinese people. On March 17, 2011, China Youth Daily published an article entitled Rounding Up Sewer Oil, in which a professor found that the total annual demand for cooking oil in mainland China was about 22.5 million tons, but the actual production was less than 20 million tons. After investigating, he estimated that 2 to 3 million tons of waste grease flows back to the table in China each year. It means about 15% of restaurants in China use sewer oil at the time. The professor is now a member of the Teaching Steering Committee of Light Industry and Food Science in Higher Education Institutions of the Chinese Ministry of Education, and his findings carry a certain weight. In other words, 1/10 of the fats and oils consumed by Chinese people may be sewer oil. More than a decade has passed, and with Chinese society as a whole corrupting at a rapid rate, it can be assumed that the use of sewer oil will only get worse and is unlikely to change. Sewer oil refers to the oil extracted from the greasy floats in the sewers or slop from hotels and restaurants. The public fears sewer oil mostly because of the word sewer in its name. So how harmful is it to humans? First of all, the raw materials for making sewer oil come from kitchen waste, which is laden with pesticide residues, heavy metal contaminants, and pathogenic bacteria. Many small mills in China don't have the processing technology and sanitary conditions required to destroy the pathogenic bacteria and chemical residues in these fats. In addition, a professor at China Agricultural University said, "The greatest danger to humans from sewer oil comes not from sewer but from two factors, repeated heating and oxidation." Fats and oils can produce a large number of cancer-causing substances under heating conditions. Aflatoxins and benzoapyrene are two of the most dangerous substances. Aflatoxin has been identified by far as the most toxic cancer-causing agent. Its toxicity is 68 times that of arsenic. It's very resilient and can only start to decompose when heated above 280 degrees Celsius. Benzoapyrene is a Class 1 dangerous toxicant which is highly cancerous. A research experiment in Japan showed that when it was applied to the ears of rabbits after 40 days of application, tumors grew on the rabbits' ears. Will the toxins be less toxic to humans? The answer is no, except that these toxins have a longer incubation period in humans, up to 10 to 15 years. Perhaps the long incubation period has allowed the Chinese to grow accustomed to sewer oil. In addition to deadly cancers, the harmful ingredients in sewer oil can directly damage the human digestive and immune systems, causing food poisoning, dizziness, vomiting, and diarrhea. Media of various levels in China have repeatedly exposed the alleged production and use of sewer oil in restaurants. In Sichuan province, for example, the prevalence of hot pots has led to the development of a sewer oil industry, and the crackdown on it has almost become a routine annual event for the local government. In December 2021, a hot pot restaurant in Sichuan province was fined about $200,000 after being found guilty of using sewer oil. However, it is difficult to tell whether the government's actions are cosmetic or sincere. The public may see the businesses being investigated and penalized, but how many more businesses with the same practices are left unchecked? The public has also found that those involved in sewer oil operations are quite assertive nowadays.
Check out this video. I'm uploading it now. Have a look and see what they say. They said they have official approval for the sewer oil they pull out. I have no idea which official can give her such approval. She said her sewer oil has legal procedures. I hope the government can check it out. Where are their legal procedures? I hope everyone sees this video and share it. It's no use to report to the police. Do whatever you want. Okay, do you hear it, everyone? She said it's useless to report to the police. You see how bold they are? I hope all the viewers who see the video can share it and spread the positive energy.
If you know just how profitable sewer oil is, you might understand why it's so rampant in China. According to a June 2018 report by Chinese media outlet Xinjiang Daily, a married couple began processing sewer oil in 2013. They paid half a yuan or 8 American cents for 500 grams of kitchen waste, made it into grease, and then sold it to professional and legitimate procurement and processing companies for 30 American cents. When the recycled sewer oil was sold again to restaurants and hot pot-based manufacturers, the price rose to roughly 50 American cents. As early as 2012, Chinese media reported that the price of a ton of slop was $25 and it took 5 tons of slop to produce 1 ton of sewer oil, so the cost of raw materials was $125. After deducting the cost of other materials, transportation, labor, and so on, the cost of 1 ton of crude sewer oil was about $157. Later, a variety of procedures such as decolorization, deodorization, and impurity removal were applied, which brought the price of sewer oil to about $1,250 per ton. The raw material cost $125, and the final product sold at $1,250. It was an absolute windfall. Even the producers at the most rudimentary level could make a profit of at least 200 to 300%. According to a 2010 report by China's news agency Xinhua, workers in an illegal sewer oil mill in a village could earn an average of more than 6,000 RMB, or about $950 per month. Other surveys suggest that some people make more than 10,000 RMB, or more than $1,500 per month. To this day, the Chinese government hasn't introduced a test method for sewer oil. According to a scholar from the Chinese Academy of Engineering, China's current food regulation model relies on end product sampling and testing. Since it only tests the end products, the production process is under loose regulation. Such a regulatory model was phased out internationally more than 20 years ago, but China is still using it today. Under such a system, businesses operate accordingly, making it difficult to establish a comprehensive kitchen waste management system as in the West. It isn't surprising then that many Chinese restaurants and small hotels have filthy kitchens. Likewise, pickup trucks loaded with food waste late at night, heading to who knows where, have become a night scene in many cities. Media attention to the issue of sewer oil peaked between 2010 and 2011 and then dropped off abruptly. In 2011, there was a related incident. A reporter posted a message on his Weibo account on September 15, 2011. It was his last message. The message reads, "Netizens complained about sewer oil site in Luanshan County, this province, and the local food safety committee responded that no such site was found." On September 18, 2011, at 1 a.m., he was attacked at the back door of his workplace. He died after being stabbed more than 10 times. His computer bag was snatched away. At first, the police said, the current scene shows Li Xian was stabbed more than 10 times all over his body. It doesn't meet the characteristics of a general robbery case. It can't be ruled out that the murderer had other motives. However, the police soon announced that the case was an ordinary robbery. At the same time, Li's parents took to the media to state that the incident had nothing to do with sewer oil and asked the public to forget about Li Xiang as soon as possible. The government's announcement was not well received. People commented online. The unscrupulous people who make and sell sewer oil are so rampant that a huge profit chain has formed behind them. Why did the murderer stab him more than 10 times if it were only a common robbery case? The reporter from Southern Metropolis Daily who first uncovered the dark secret of China's sewer oil in 1998 later migrated overseas. Exposing food malpractice in China is a dangerous job. On April 9, 2012, a well-known news anchor on China National Television posted a message on his personal Weibo advising, a message from an investigative journalist, "Don't eat old yogurt solids and jellies in solid form, especially children. The inside story is scary. I won't share details." This message attracted the attention of all walks of life and was immediately shared 130,000 times online. At the same time, another investigative reporter from Economic Observer also wrote on Weibo, "One day you throw out a pair of old shoes. In the blink of an eye, it will enter your stomach." Shortly afterward, the two reporters deleted their related posts. The next day, one disappeared from the national TV where he worked. 4 months later, he appeared in another program. 3 years later, he resigned from the national TV station without explaining why. In 2010, China's State Council issued the Opinions on Better Management of Sewer Oil and Kitchen Waste, announcing that it would tackle related illegal and criminal acts head-on. The following year, in 2011, then-Premier denounced the tainted milk powder, lean meat extract, and sewer oil that had plagued the people in recent years, saying, "These vicious food safety incidents have shown how serious the lack of integrity and the decline of morality has become." But unfortunately, no matter how determined the media or senior officials are, the issue of sewer oil, like many Chinese problems, remains unsolvable even after more than a decade.
Oh. I don't even know where to. I don't know. It's best that we just. Ay. Oh, that was a little intense. Okay. All right. So yes, there it is. It's a thing. So FYI, if you're ever traveling to China, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. All right. So on a lighter note, we'll step back a little bit, make this a little silly. Make this a little silly for a few. Okay, we got some jokes and stuff and such and stuff. So let's see what we got. Let's try to make it laugh. And some of these are dad jokes. So that's gonna go pretty well. That's gonna go over well with the audience, I'm sure. Come on. Let's laugh together. I tried to have a conversation with my wife when she was applying a mud pack. You should have seen the filthy look she gave me. Oh! Everybody's looking at me like, le falta mucho al HellMiguel. All right, let's move on. Next. Come on, Julio. You're the one laughing back there. What's the next one? Thank you. My wife threatened to leave me because of my filthy and disgusting habits. I was shocked. I almost choked on my toenails. Toenails. Okay. I hate it when people don't know when to type your and your. They're so stupid. Hey, yo! For the ones that are smart in English, we get it. For the dummies, you should have paid attention. There. Hey, yo! All right. If I were rich, I would give most of my money to the poor. But instead, I'm poor, so I give most of my money to the rich. Hey, that's a good dad joke right there. That's a good one. All right, hey, you guys, come on. That's a good one. All right. Interviewer. Your resume says you take things too literally. Me. When the hell did my resume learn to talk? Oh, yo. That's a pretty good one. Come on. Don't be an asshole. You know, I always forget some background music. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next? Dad. Would you like anything to eat for dinner? Son. What are my choices? Dad. Yes or no? Nah. Pinche dad joke. No mames, güey. Okay. Okay, so I got, so we went through these little dad jokes here. Thanks for the music, Julio. So the next two little ditties we're gonna watch. Found these on the old TikTok. found them pretty funny. Hopefully you will find these next videos funny too. From let's see, what the two dudes sexting my boss something by mistake, my resign something. You just check it out. These this is ooh. Here we go.
Oh no! It gets worse! How? Dear William Jordan and EPB, I'm afraid I have a devastating dilemma for you. I'm currently house-sitting for my parents whilst they're away on holiday for a week. On the first night, after a few glasses of wine, I got under the bed to plug my phone charger into the wall. There I found a very pretty shoebox.
Oh no, don't look in the shoebox under the bed.
Oh, I don't even know if I can read this.
Why would you bloody look? Why?
Imagine my shock as I opened it to find my mother's very large and realistic battery-powered boyfriend. Hindsight is great, and I know now that I should have left it there, but my curiosity would unfortunately get the better of me. Being alone and horny, and also quite impressed by the XL veiny monster I had in my hands...
No.
Oh no!
No. She did not use a mum's dildo. Tell me, Rod. Tell me. Well, please.
People are disgusting.
She did not.
I gave it a wash, turned it on and slipped it in. So not to go into too much detail, all I'll say is the beast was amazing. It hit all the right spots. Upon closer in... Oh no! It gets worse!
How? How does it get worse? She's using her mum's dildo, for Christ's sake.
No!
What? What?
The only markings were a faint name on the base embossed in the plastic. It read, "Clone a Willy."
Oh no.
Turns out I've been getting the best orgasms of my life from a replica of my father's penis. How am I meant to proceed from here?
I think we're done.
What's your advice? Regards, Melissa.
It's been a great 5 years.
Yeah.
This is it. We've peaked. I'm actually speechless.
Hey, come on, that's pretty good. Escuchi. So yeah, help sext my boss. You saw the whole thing, so yeah. Funny dudes. Got one more, and we'll take a little break. Do-do-do-do. We got it up, Julio? There it is. There it is.
Help, I'm scarred for life. I'm going to introduce you to something called iglooing and change your life forever.
Oh, God.
Back in 2018, my husband expressed a desire to connect with some American expats here in Croatia. On Facebook, we found a group of about a dozen people from the States who met weekly for drinks and various other activities. A year into meeting them all, two guys who shared an apartment, let's call them Ryan and Alex, decided to host a Thanksgiving dinner. We arrived at Ryan and Alex's apartment at 8 a.m. to get everything ready.
Jesus, that's early for a dinner.
Marissa and I started moving the frozen goods in the freezer drawer around to make room for a dessert that needed to be chilled. It was then that Marissa pulled out a particular Ziploc with what looked like 4 sausages inside. My husband picked up the bag with a look of disgust and asked, "Are these condoms?" He then took a closer look and threw the bag away like it was the devil itself, while gagging and gasping for air. There in the Ziploc were 4 perfectly straight, frozen logs of shit in neatly tied condoms.
Fucking Nora.
No, it's from Paula. We stared at each other in shock while my husband was still gagging on the balcony behind us. When Ryan came home, we showed him the bag and he just rolled his eyes and walked into Alex's room. The fact that he wasn't shocked at our discovery shocked us even more for a few minutes until Alex emerged from his bedroom looking all kinds of embarrassed and explained, apparently, Alex is into something called iglooing, which for all you fellow clueless souls means that he likes to freeze his poo in condoms and then use it like a dildo.
Jesus fucking Christ on a bike. He uses his own poo to shag his arse.
Yeah.
I've too much going on right now to deal with this shit. No pun intended. How does he get it out of the toilet into the condom?
I don't know!
He poos it straight into the condom, doesn't it?
I don't know.
He poos it into the condom. He does.
Okay, can we not talk
William,
about this?
he poos it into the condom. And then he ties it up and puts it in the freezer.
Oh man. Woo woo. Iglooing. Oh. Ooh, yeah. I mean, hey. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. You don't know what. There's so much weird shit out there, man. Dude. That shouldn't shock you. Although it's a little disgusting. Frogs. All right, boys and girls, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back and some couple of goodies on the other side. All right, be right back. Back. Boom, boom. Ooh, scooch. Excuse me. All right, second half. Here we go. Let's get into it. Hopefully we got the refills. Everybody's okay back. All right. All right. Okay. So, Pinchy Rudy Giuliani. Excuse me. I should stop smoking Marlboro Reds like a cowboy. Rudy Giuliani. You know, at one time, you know, what was it? America's mayor. Whatever the fuck they call him at that time. America's mayor. The 9/11 and the whole thing, and he's, you know, right there at the right place at the right time. Rudy Giuliani. History. Going back decades, you know, even his dad. So it's, you know, it's the whole, it's been in the business for a long time. You know what I mean? The politics and the whole thing. So we're going to check Mr. Rudy G here out in just a second. But we'll do a little retrospective. A little funny, and then more recently we'll go over some new accusations from one of his former aides or something like that. So, yeah. All right. So let's do a little retro. Let's find out who this Rudolph Giuliani is and/or was. Let's check this out.
Glass president, prosecutor, mayor of New York City, Time Person of the Year. These are just some of the hats worn by Rudy Giuliani before we knew him as President Trump's right-hand man. So how did he go from this?
He's the mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani.
To this. Rudolph Giuliani was born and raised in Brooklyn to a working-class family. His father was a bar owner and served time in Sing Sing for armed robbery. But Giuliani said it was his father's criminal past that inspired him to go into law enforcement.
My father would say to me, when you make a decision, the most important thing you've got to think about is, can you shave the next morning and look at yourself in the mirror and feel good about yourself? Before that,
he'd considered the priesthood. Giuliani studied at Manhattan College and NYU Law. He considered himself a Democrat, volunteering for RFK's 1968 presidential campaign. He later clerked for the Southern District of New York and was promoted to lead their narcotics unit at just 29 years old. He eventually moved to D.C., where President Ronald Reagan appointed him to the third highest position at the Justice Department. During this time, Giuliani also became a Republican, which people suspected he did for political gain. That includes his own mom, who said, quote, he only became a Republican after he began to get all these jobs from them. In 1983, Giuliani returned home as the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. He made over 4,000 convictions, from corrupt Wall Street guys to the heads of the mafia. Then in 1993, he was elected as the first Republican mayor of New York City since the 60s.
I, Rudolph William Giuliani,
do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Interestingly, some of his politics were pretty liberal. He supported gay rights, immigrant protections, gun control, and abortion rights. But the mayor was hyper-focused on cleaning up the city streets. He pursued petty offenses like graffiti and marijuana possession to bring down the crime rate. But some believe this strategy was racially biased. The violent crime rate did drop during Giuliani's tenure, but it already began declining under his predecessor.
We're held together by law, and we're held together by respect for the law.
The mayor couldn't pursue 3 terms, so he ran for New York Senate. He actually polled ahead of Hillary Clinton until he hit a major low point. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer and divorced his wife following an extramarital affair. He also received backlash for how he handled a fatal NYPD shooting of an unarmed black man. He soon left the race. But on 9/11, everything changed. Giuliani became known worldwide as America's mayor for his strong leadership during a time of tragedy.
Tomorrow, New York is going to be here, and we're going to rebuild, and we're going to be stronger than we were before.
His approval rating skyrocketed to almost 80%. Even after he left office, he was polled as the most popular politician of either party. This set the stage for his 2008 presidential run, where he started as a frontrunner.
I'm unleashing that individual decision-making that makes America great.
He spiraled downhill after he underestimated early voting states and became entangled in controversy. Firefighters accused him of rushing 9/11 recovery efforts and downplaying dangerous health conditions at Ground Zero. After dropping out of the presidential race, he kept a relatively low profile. He returned to law for several years. That is, until 2016.
Donald Trump is the agent of change, and he will be the leader of the change we need.
Giuliani reemerged as a recurring character of Trump's presidential campaign. Their friendship goes way back.
You know, you're really beautiful. And a woman that looks like that has to have her own special scent.
Oh, thank you.
That was a parody video for the mayor's Inner Circle press roast. In all seriousness, the two do have history. Trump supported Giuliani as mayor, and they attended each other's 3rd weddings. And before Trump's inauguration, he apparently considered Giuliani for Secretary of State. When that didn't work out, he became Trump's informal cybersecurity advisor and helped craft the Muslim ban. Of course, we know Giuliani eventually accepted a bigger role. As Trump's personal lawyer, he tirelessly defended him throughout the Russia investigation. And this all brings us to today, with Giuliani finding himself knee-deep in a presidential impeachment inquiry. Despite having no official government role, the whistleblower complaint named him a, quote, central figure in pressuring Ukraine to investigate Democrats. The House subpoenaed him, but he's not complying. But ironically, Giuliani's story continues to unfold in the place where it all started, the Southern District of New York. According to the New York Times, federal prosecutors are investigating whether he broke lobbying laws during his work with Ukraine. We're still learning Giuliani's role in all of this, so for now, we'll just continue to track what he says on cable news.
It isn't truth. Truth isn't truth.
Shut up, moron.
Inspector General,
I got to cut the call, and the president's remark.
What's your mission?
To disrupt the world.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and
click on the button down there. It says Lister Holt. So there you go. Little retrospective, you know, the dad sing, you know, was in there for bad things, and then, you know, you get into Giuliani, get into politics and the whole thing, and then the downward spiral. So yeah, let's look at Giuliani here, and I don't know if you remember those press conference a while back. He gave us quite a show with boom and boom and boom. Rudy with the whole with the beads, the sweat with the color hair. So then recently, and I'm sure he's making some of these expressions. I think we got this queued up right here. So recently, new allegations have come out. He's been accused of being a naughty boy. And I think this, let's see, Julio, is this the one right here? This will tell us the story. Let's see.
Stunning allegations today against former New York City mayor and advisor to then President Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani. A former employee is suing him for $2 million in unpaid wages, alleging that while she worked as his business development director, he coerced her into having sex. And she says she has proof. In her only television interview, she spoke exclusively with Inside Edition's Ann Mercogliano. And we should warn you, some of what she has to say may not be appropriate for younger viewers.
She's the Ivy League graduate making bombshell accusations against Rudy Giuliani.
There was a lot of pressure to be Rudy's girlfriend as well as his staffer.
Noelle Dunphy just filed a $10 million lawsuit claiming Giuliani sexually exploited her and failed to pay her when she says she was his director of business development from 2019 to 2021.
Was this a working relationship that turned into romance? I mean, was it a consensual romantic relationship?
We did get involved romantically, but I knew what could happen if I said no. I could lose my job. There's high pay, White House access. It's exciting. And then there's this obligation or pressure to also be physical.
The 43-year-old says they worked out of his Manhattan apartment and that 78-year-old Giuliani often demanded that she work naked, in a bikini, or in short shorts.
It quickly turned into a requirement for keeping my job.
She claims that Giuliani demanded intimacy while on the phone with clients, including President Trump.
When Rudy was on legal calls with President Trump, he required and expected me to be pleasing him during his calls with President Trump. After the calls, Rudy would want to be with me physically and have me address Rudy as Mr. President.
Dunphy spoke to Inside Edition in January. In her blockbuster lawsuit, she attaches this text message purportedly from Giuliani. "Good morning, my love. Tried to call," Giuliani writes. "Let me quickly shower. Can I shower with you?" He replies. He was in the midst of a messy divorce from his wife, Judith, and allegedly wanted to keep their relationship quiet.
I was asked to be a secret employee. I was not on the books.
Instead of a steady paycheck, she says Giuliani gave her the occasional $5,000 cash payment.
And I said, "Can't you finally make me official as your employee?" And he said, "No, because Judith will know. His wife would know that I was his type and that I'm being paid at the company."
Giuliani's lawyer says he unequivocally denies the allegations.
He's denying all of the allegations, and he's saying you never worked for him?
One of the things Rudy liked to talk about, aside from sex, was his ability to lie. So am I surprised that Rudy is lying again? I can't say I'm surprised, but it still hurts. It's scary to take on a powerful man. But I know I'm telling the truth 100%, and I know I have so much evidence that is black and white that there's no way that the truth doesn't get out.
Okay. All right. So that was kind of a preface to the next few things we're going to see here. All right. So that was the young lady accusing Giuliani of bad things, right? Right. So there's like a 700 and something page, court papers back and forth about, just different random things about their conversations, right? But there is a small little section that really dives into the creepiness of Giuliani. Okay, so we're gonna, if you're easily offended, if you're still watching the show, if you're easily offended, I don't know what to tell you, but so we're gonna go over some juicy tidbits here. So this is the juiciest part of this whole thing with the accusations and stuff, right? So let's go here. You're Rudy, man. Boom. So this is the juicy, man. We're gonna go over this. The juicy. So again, if you don't know how to take humor, then you must leave the room now. Okay, so that's page 1. A simple page 2. It's only 2 pages. I think 3 or 4, 5, 6. But all right, so you see, if you're right close to the TV, you'll know what the hell you're looking at. But let's do a deep dive. Let's take a look to see what exactly was this juicy part of the what? I don't know. Lawsuit, accusation, deposition. I don't know. Get ready. Mr. Giuliani. Come here, big tits. Come here, big tits. Your tits belong to me. Give them to me. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. These are my tits. Fucking Julia. This is what he's telling her. Miss Dunphy. Oh, yeah? Mr. Giuliani, these breasts belong to me. Nobody else can get near these, okay? I don't care if they're flirting or they give you your business. They're mine. You got it? Jesus Christ. This actually happened. It's in court papers. Ms. Dunphy. Yes. Mr. Giuliani, understand? I'm very fucking positive. I've gone easy on you. Miss Dunphy, I don't know, Mr. Giuliani. I've been easy on you. Miss Dunphy, you're pretty tough on me, Mr. Giuliani. I've been easy on you. Give them to me. Miss Dunphy, maybe. Oh, dude. Oh. Boom. Maybe. Oh my God! There it is. There's the. There. There you go. All right. Oh my. All right. So there you go. Rudy's a nasty motherfucker. Okay. Let me. Those are my tits. Give me. Roar. Come here. Those are my tits. I'm sorry, ladies. You knew we were gonna talk about this. You knew we were gonna. I know. All right. So we're okay. All right. That was a little tough, but come on. Jesus. Politicians, man. That's just the tip of the iceberg, man. Who knows what the hell else happens behind closed doors? Oh man. So there you go. That's Rudy. All right, so let's end the our little show here with the most despicable fucking human being that exists in the political hemisphere. We're talking about Ron DeSantis, Ron the douchebag, Ron DeSantis, whatever you want to call him, of Florida. Excuse me. He's a deplorable human being. He's a sack of fucking shit. And I'm going to prove it to you guys. All right. Let's see. So, yeah, so he's, of course, running against, Donald Trump. He's one of the candidates for president. His numbers are low. He's an awkward ass motherfucker. Ron DeSantis. Let's see. What is this for this first one here? So this fool decided to go somewhere out in the old Florida and decided to wear bright white boots. And of course, everybody's making fun of the boots. And this is a while back, so old news, but it's pretty funny. So, look that Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. He's a horrible guy, man. Boom, boots. Kim Jong-un fired an actual missile over the island of Japan, but everybody on the internet is talking about Ron DeSantis' silly-ass go-go boots. Boom. Oh, man. He's oof. Oh, he's something else. This freaking guy. Let's see, where are we here? Let's put a boom. So look at this guy. All by myself, wearing those cowboy boots with look at the heel on them. That's like a 3-4 inch heel, man. So that goes to show you he's a little shorty, a little 5'7", 5'8". I'm just guessing. I don't know. Trying to make up for his height. Look at his boots. And he's got this weird ass wife. This weird wife with the big eyebrows. Oh, I don't know, man. Let's see, where are we on this one? Look at that. Casey or Macy or Facey? I don't know what her name is. This is a more recent one. Boom. Oh! Landing strips on your face. So that's his wife there. She's just a puppet like, these dimwits. Look at that. Look at them. So let's dig into what is Ron DeSantis.
Governor, how come you're not taking questions from voters? Stop coming up to me, talk to me. What are you talking about? I'm not here murdering with people. Are you blind? What? Are you blind? I'm not blind. Okay, so people are coming up to me, talking to me, whatever they want to talk to me about.
Yeah. That's who they want for presidential nominee. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep going. Oh wait, where were we? This one?
Governor, how come you're not taking questions from
this one.
Oh, what is that? An icy? Yeah, that's probably a lot of sugar, huh? Good to see you.
A little girl. This guy, man. There's this one. So this one, he went to Japan for what ungodly known reason. So look at his awkward ass.
Good morning.
And then at some point they ask him about running for
Governor,
president or
falling
something.
behind Trump. Any thoughts on that? I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
私はまだ候補者じゃありませんので、そのステータスが日本、韓国、それからまたイスラエルの75周年というふうに思っております。私の妻も私も日本文化の大ファンでございまして、これからのさらなる。
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So awkward. This guy. So yeah, that was his response to even the question isn't even important. The response is like, what the hell, this guy? Hey, what up? Oh, there we go. Thank you. So it just gives you an insight of what this, he's showing his true colors out there, right? This next one is probably one of the most disgusting things from this guy. Let's look.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't back down.
We won't. We were talking about that. We were talking about that.
Even the dude in the background, he's like, he caught it. He's like, what the if I could wipe this hand on this guy. And then this one's so gross. You can, after he did, you can still see the drip on his nose. It's all, just one more time. I don't know how the hell he got to where he was, but Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay,
and the awkward laugh at the end. Right there, look, you can still see the drip. Ugh. And then, look right there, Paul.
We were talking about that.
He said, I've said enough. So, this last piece, so I guess, most recently he's been chirping out about the, how he's going to take down the cartels. If you're up on the thing, if you know what's going on, if you talk bad about a cartel, you're gonna end up in pieces, hanging from a bridge, buried under the shallow grave. You're fed to an alligator, dipped in acid. I can go on and on. There you go. So you just don't do that. That's how they just assassinated homeboy from Colombia just for that fucking reason. He's going against the fucking the cartels. Listen to this guy.
Would you be willing to use drones, whatever military it takes, to take out those drug cartels in Mexico?
Yes, I've already said that. We will lean in against the drug cartels. We will absolutely reserve the right. If they're invading our country and killing our people, we have the right to defend this country. We have the right to hold them accountable. And it's not just that they happen to come over our border. And if Mexico's not going to help us with that, well, then we're going to have to do what we have to do.
Did you say you would use drones on the Mexican drug cartels?
I said I would use whatever force we need to defend the country. They're killing tens of thousands of Americans right now. They're trafficking people into this country. They're abusing people, sexual abuse. It's really the worst of humanity. I would categorize them as something akin to a foreign terrorist organization.
I think that that's what they've proven to be. The Mexican government is not doing what they need to do to help with this. But we said from day one on our border announcement we'd be willing to lean in against them, and we reserve the right to defend the country.
Good luck with that, Ron DeSantis. Good luck with that. Good luck. Oh, I know wear your white go-go boots and have a meeting with the cartel and see how that goes. Work something out. Fucking this guy, man. He's too much. So, there you go. So this was kind of a disgusting, weird, gross kind of themed show. So I hope we brought that to you tonight. Okay, Rudy and the whole oil thing. Yeah. Okay, you know what I mean. All right, boys and girls. On behalf of everybody here at the show, thank you so much for tuning in. Friday night again. Could be anywhere else. Thank you very much. On behalf of everybody here, Angela, Chenklo, Julio, Gigi, thank you again. We'll come at you soon. Thank you again and thank you again. Deuces. Be good to each other. I don't have to explain it all to you. Don't get me all riled up. Alright, so catch us on YouTube. Send us an email. We're all out there. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, be safe, boys and girls. Hopefully you enjoyed our show tonight. We'll bring you another one very soon. Yeah. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Again, deuces, laters. Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
Stunning allegations today against former